Hey there, everyone. Film Dude here, back with a vengeance. I failed with my Golden Globes video, not completing it, but with the Oscars, I'm coming back and I'm gonna do it. And man, the Oscars is like my Super Bowl. It's terribly run usually and has lots of issues, but I still enjoy it. And of course, it's really based on the host. When they have a good host, it's great. And for the past few Oscars, it was really bad, but then they brought Conan O'Brien, and he's amazing. Even when his jokes fail, they are still entertaining. And he's back this year, so that's really entertaining and going to be a fun time. But there were some big snubs this year, because this year was stacked. Tons of great films nominated, definitely deserving of awards, but there were some things that were not nominated, which was kind of shocking. Wicked was a big one. I'm okay with that. I'm not a huge fan of Wicked, but I cannot deny that that movie series had huge implications to the industry and like had great acting and good music. But you know, I guess from what I heard, a lot of Oscar people were creeped out by their relationship or something. So that was strange. And then No Other Choice, not nominated for anything, which is crazy because that movie's amazing. But I think this was a big sort of middle finger to Park Chan-wook, especially after him sort of dissing the WGA after being expelled because he was doing things that he should not have been doing during the writer's strike. So I think this is a big alert to people. If you disrespect the industry, they will come after you. But, disappointing because that's probably one of his best films of the year. Like, it's great. But let's get into the categories. Editor, take me to the next one. Hey there, editor. I hope you brought me back. I will be using a phone because I am an archaic animal and I cannot remember things well. But we will start off with writing, original screenplay. Bring up contenders. Okay, hopefully they're up there. Yeah, so this year, it's a tough year for the written screenplay, for original screenplay. But looking at it, it's definitely going to be Sinners. I feel like the Academy will be definitely trying to give Sinners as many awards as possible. From what I'm hearing from people in the industry, people that I know that work in there, they really want to reward Sinners for being an original idea, to being a great movie that really revitalized the industry, made people go out to the theaters again. So I really feel like they'll try and give as many awards as possible that aren't closer to the top. Because I feel like when we get closer to the top, it's going to be kind of like back and forth between one battle after another and Sinners. Based on what I'm hearing from the industry, what I'm hearing from people, that's what I'm thinking. Honestly, Dark Horse, it would probably be It Was Just an Accident. This movie's great. It was in my top 10. I really loved it, and I really feel that the writing in it is super strong, realistic, and what you want from an original story. It's a story dealing with people's struggles of like the horrors they experience, and I think a lot of people are going to resonate with that, especially with what things are going on in Iran, what things are happening here. I think a lot of the Oscar voters are going to look at that script and maybe give it a nice award. For me, I think the best written script, if I was to be honest, is Sentimental Value. I think the writing in that is phenomenal. It's incredible. Just the fact that there's multiple movie scripts written for that, so they can do like scenes where they're reading scripts that are so connected to the central story is amazing. Marty Supreme is good. I think I really do like Bronstein and Safdie's writing, but compared to everything that's right there in the best original screenplay, I don't think it's going to win. Blue Moon, it was a good movie. Compared to everything else, I don't think it has a chance. So Academy pick, I think, is going to be Sinners. Dark Horse pick is It Was Just an Accident. And what I think was the best written thing that might show up is Sentimental Value. But that's my opinion. Editor, please take us to the next one. We have a lot to go through. Thank you. All right, hopefully we're back and everything's good, but we're now going to talk about writing again, but this time adapted screenplay. Bring up, please, the people nominated or categories, whatever. All right, yeah, so this one, hands down, is going to go to Hamnet. I was shocked at the Golden Globes that One Battle After Another won that one, but just I feel everyone is really on board with Hamnet. Like I said, it was a sleeper hit. A lot of people are going to watch it. It's getting a lot more buzz and energy around it. And that's what you need in the Oscar season. More people want to watch movies that have buzz and they talk more about it. And just Hamnet is a great adaptation. One Battle After Another, that I feel has a chance. I mean, a lot of people love that movie. It did very well. I know a lot of my friends that are in the industry that are Academy voters. They do like that movie, and I know some of them have voted for it. Dark Horse, I think, would be Frankenstein. I really think that this movie was great. It was in my top 10, and I think the adaptation is really good because it takes the original story and changes it, which I think is a very bold thing. Like, when you're adapting a screenplay, you should always look at not just how similar it is to the source material, but how it changes but keeps the sort of central feel of it. So I feel like a lot of people connected with this one emotionally, just like with Hamnet, and I think this one kind of can sneak in there. Train Dreams is also very beautiful. I know that it's based off of a little like story, and it is a very humanistic story. So like this category is filled to the brim with like 3 humanistic stories. You got Hamnet, Frankenstein, Train Dreams. Begonia is great. I did like Will Tracy's writing for the menu, and I thought with Begonia they did a very good job of adapting a South Korean film and changing it and doing what they were doing with it. So if I'm picking the dark horse, it's Frankenstein. What will win, based on what I'm hearing from the Academy people, Hamnet. What I think should win is definitely Hamnet. It's very beautiful. I mean, I have not seen a movie that made me cry as much as that. I've seen it 3 times, and every time I've cried. So I think they did a great job with that, and I definitely feel like a lot of Academy people are going to pick it. But let us get to the next one. Go. All right. I think we're back. Editor, are we back? Okay. I'm just speaking into the void. Hopefully everything is good. But we will be now talking about visual effects. Visual effects. Bring up the contenders. Okay, good. I mean, oh, God, looking at these contenders. It's going to Avatar, Fire, and Ash. I mean, like, are we stupid? Like, there's no way it's not going to go to that. I mean, if it doesn't, that would be a huge upset. It doesn't matter which one it goes to, but if it doesn't go to Avatar, I would be shocked. Like, I was shocked with the Golden Globes going to, for the best, like, box office thing, it didn't go to Avatar, it went to Sinners, which, to me, was crazy. I think Sinners deserved that little award, but it was just like, wow. But Avatar's got it locked down. I mean, everyone that I know that is a visual effects artist, that works with that type of stuff, that is voting for that. And I know when you look at the Academy people, they just say, wow, that looks visually good. And they're like, that's visual effects. We will give it to that. And I mean, that's what Avatar does. I mean, Sinners was great. I really did like a lot of the visual effects that they did with it. It was very minimum, but I thought that was really nice because when they did the visual effects, it added to the story, which is what you need. Lost Bus, I saw that like offhanded. It was okay. I mean, the fire did not look that good in my opinion, but I guess it's getting nominated. And Jurassic World Rebirth, I'm crazed that got nominated. Like, the special effects in that are not that good. Like, the visual effects are bad. And it's a very dark film. And that's what I don't like with visual effects, is when they're using, like, darkness to hide the imperfections, but it still didn't look great. It's crazy. I enjoyed the film, but it was not up to the status of this. And F1, that one's definitely better. Like, the visual effects in that are great. Like, I was impressed with that. But again, it's Avatar. And if I'm to be honest, Avatar wins it. And Dark Horse, any of them. If any of those other ones win, I'd be shocked. Maybe F1 is the top contender of those 4, but it's definitely going to Avatar. But, I mean, yeah, that's definitely true. And we'll go into it. To the next one. Hey there, guys. Back. I think we're in the next category. Thank you. And this one's sound. They used to have it separate, but because no one understood sound correctly, you know, sound editing and sound mixing, they just decided to lump it all together, which, you know, whatever, it works. I mean, the nominations for this are great. F1, Frankenstein, Surratt, Sinners, One Battle After Another. I think they're up on the screen. But, I mean, the big winner that's going to... that from what I'm hearing is most likely going to be F1. I think this one has it locked down because it's a very technical film, which a lot of people are on board with. When they look at sound, they're not really thinking about it like in the artistic way of like, ooh, this sound was really interesting, the way they mixed it, or this sound effect that they chose is really good. They just look at it and it's like, wow, that's a really loud film. It works. And I mean, that's F1 in a nutshell. I feel like this one is just like, it's not really based on the technical aspect. It's just based on the people liking the movie. Now, the one that might sneak in there and win it is going to be maybe One Battle After Another. I think the sound in that is great. It's deserving of it if it does win it. I just feel like a lot of people like that movie a lot, so they might just vote for it because they're like, oh, wow, that sounded really good. I like the sound effects of the explosions or the music that they chose, which is, again, different from sound. But, you know, again, the Academy is not like thinking like that. So that might be the dark horse. My pick would be Sirat. That whole movie is based around sound. That movie lives on the sound mixing, the sound effects, everything about it. And it just deserves the sound. The way they tune the bass, the way that the sound works with the characters talking and everything. That is the deserving winner. And the other two are great. Frankenstein and Sinners, I think, are really good. So if they win it, cool. But if I'm talking about the deserving one, it's Sirat. So Academy pick is going to be F1. Dark Horse is going to be One Battle After Another. And my pick would be Sirat. So yeah, to the next one we go. All right. Hey, editor, bring up the contenders for production design. Okay, good. I mean, this one is a really tough one. Every one of the category nominees for this one are incredible. The production design is phenomenal. And a lot of them are time period pieces, which is always what the Academy looks for. I mean, you got Frankenstein set in the 1800s. You got Hamnet dealing with old William Shakespeare time period. Marty Supreme in like the 50s. Sinners with the 1930s. You got One Battle After Another that feels very reminiscent of like the 70s, but it's modern, and it just has like this interesting art styling and design to it. And again, production design is just like, I feel like a lot of people look at it and they're like, oh, this just looks good. It's not just about reproducing what it looks like. It's about creating a sense of space. And I think every one of them did great. And technical awards, they're always hard to pick. It always feels like the Academy just gives it to a film that they think, this one's not going to make it in the top or higher ranks of the awards, so let's give it to that. And from what I hear from a lot of people, it's definitely going to be Sinners. I mean, I feel Sinners is going to sweep a lot of these technical awards. I think they really have it down from what my friends are saying. The production design was incredible. And honestly, the production designers have been on the circuit more. They've been doing Q&As, talking about their process, which is really good for the voting process. A lot of people look at those and they're like, oh, wow. Because the more they hear about it, the more they're going to talk about it. Now, Dark Horse is going to be Frankenstein. I really do love the production design of that movie. The boat, the old London streets, the mansion, the observatory that essentially is built to create Frankenstein. It's gorgeous. The old homesteads. I think that one has a lot of great look to it. Now, if I was to pick for production design on merit and what I think is really good, I would be choosing actually One Battle After Another. And I think that the production design of that movie is great. It really gets you into the sense of the space, the chaoticness of the world that we're living in. And I think they did a great job with that, with the vehicles, with the locations that they go to, the way that it feels like an odyssey as we're traveling and traveling and traveling, going through different locations, different places that feel like our world. And I think that's a really strong thing that these other films do great, but to keep us into our time period, I think is really good. So Academy pick is definitely going to be Sinners. Dark Horse pick is going to be Frankenstein. And my pick is going to be One Battle After Another. I really did like that production design. And I know, I'm shocked. I really love Sinners. It was my top movie of the year. But if I was looking artistically at it, I think One Battle After Another did a very good job with a lot of the settings and locations and the places and everything like that. So yeah, to the next technical we go. All right, we're back, and this time we're talking about costume design. Since production design and costume design are always hand in hand, I always like to talk about this one. So yeah, bring up the contenders. Thank you. Now, this is a good list, but Academy winning vote, I think, is going to be Sinners. Usually, when the production design wins one category, it will usually win the others. And I think Sinners' costume is incredible. Usually it would go to a regular time period piece that's like set in the 1800s. So like Frankenstein and Hamnet have a very high chance of winning. But just based on what the Academy's saying, just based on the past looks of other Academy winners and everything for this category, usually the production designer that wins, the costume would win too, because they always look at the production and costume together. And I think the costumes for Sinners is incredible. I just love the amount of work they put into it. And yeah, I know someone can just say, oh, well, look at those. Those just look like that. But I'm like, yeah, but they give you a sense of space. It's just like production design. Now, for the Dark Horse winner, it would be most likely Hamnet. I think the costumes in that are incredible. I love how they don't feel neat. They feel dirty. They feel like the time period, which, you know, a lot of those time period pieces, you would just be like, oh, well, look at that beautiful dress. It's flowing and everything. But the way they create the sense of time with those costumes, you feel like you're there. They're grimy. They're full of dirt, poo, muck, and everything like that, because that's what it was like living in that time period. So I think that one definitely is going to pull out a sneak win if Sinners doesn't win it. Now, for my pick, I would go for Sinners. I think that movie's costume, the way it looks and sets it, I think it did an incredible job of setting us in that time period. It also gives us a sense of these characters. When you look at it, you're like, ooh, those are the characters. That's their whole look makes you feel like, wow, I cannot see Smoke or Stack looking any different. Like, just the costumes themselves gives unique perspective of their characters. Now, for the others, Frankenstein is great. I really think that one feels like a classic time period piece, and it's very opulent, beautiful. All those outfits that Mia Goth wears, but Christoph Waltz with his prim and proper suit with the cane, even Oscar Isaac, they look great. I just think in the contenders, it's not going to win out. Avatar: Fire and Ash, oh man. Yeah, the costumes look good. I think that I really do like the uniforms and everything, but again, a lot of those costumes are CG, so it's just like, that's more of a visual effects thing. And then Marty Supreme is great. I really do love that one. That was my second movie of the year, but it's just like, compared to all the other contenders, I do like the costumes. I really do feel like, again, they give a sense of the characters. But I just think against the heavy contenders of Sinners, the heavy contenders of Hamnet, and even Frankenstein, I don't think it has a chance. But I could always be surprised. So Academy pick is going to be Sinners. Hamnet is going to be the Dark Horse. And my pick is going to be Sinners. So let's keep going to the next one. Okay, so we're now going on to makeup and hairstyle. And yeah, bring up the contenders. Thank you. I know, weird contender, Ugly Stepsister being nominated. I mean, I saw this on Shudder, and I'm shocked it got nominated, but good for it. It definitely had great makeup, so I'm so glad that people watched the movie. But, I mean, hands down, the Academy pick is Sinners. I mean, it's deserving of it. If it wins it, the makeup looks great. The blood effects, which I know they did use a lot of real blood, along with visual blood, the sweat, the grime that they used. I think they did a great job with that. And yeah, Dark Horse pick might be Frankenstein. I think the fact that Jacob Elordi's monster looks incredible. It's a unique interpretation of it. I really love the effects on it with the way it looks sort of like marble and everything like that. I think that was a great decision, and I think a lot of people will respect that. Again, Academy is always kind of just like, we'll give it to this or this. So Frankenstein or Sinners, but from what I'm hearing, it's Sinners. Now, my pick, I would definitely pick Frankenstein. I think that the makeup is great, and I think it's deserving of it. Kuho, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, is great too. I think the makeup in that is amazing. I mean, they're doing kabuki plays, so you do have to focus on the art of the makeup and everything like that. Smashing Machine is good. I think it's okay, but it's not going to win. And Ugly Stepsister is actually really good with the makeup that they did for the character, the blood, everything like that. So if that won, I'd be happy. That'd be a huge surprise. Actually, I'm going to take back Frankenstein as being the dark horse. I think Ugly Stepsister is the dark horse. So Academy picks Sinners, my pick Frankenstein, and dark horse, that if it wins, it would be crazy, is Ugly Stepsister. But let's keep going to the next one, guys. I'm going to talk about film editing. Bring up contenders. Thank you. Now, based on what I'm hearing from what a lot of people are saying, it's Marty Supreme. And honestly, that would be my pick too. Safdie and Bronstein, they're incredible editors. I mean, their whole movies are based around editing. Just looking at the film, the way it moves, the way it's cut with just the camera work, that you cut to these right spots. The music is cut correctly into the right spot so that when you go to this scene, it's perfect. It works. And I agree with them on that. I mean, F1 is well cut. I think it's edited correctly. One Battle After Another is great. Sentimental Value has great editing, and so does Sinners. It's just Marty Supreme is hands down the front runner. I mean, that's what Safdie and Bronstein are known for. So, like, what the Academy is saying and the buzz around it, I mean, I think it's definitely going to be the pick. Now, for Dark Horse, I feel that Sentimental Value would be the dark horse. If that won, that would just be out of nowhere, but there is a lot of buzz around that one for the way that they edit and cut into certain scenes and other things like that. So, again, the Academy isn't really a bunch of editors, so they're not really looking at, it's like sound and production. They just don't look at it from an artistic point of view. So I feel like Marty Supreme's got it locked down, so the Academy pick is Marty Supreme, my pick is Marty Supreme. Dark Horse, I would give it to Sentimental Value. It's incredibly edited. I just think that out of all the contenders, that is the least likely to sneak a win. So if you're a betting man and you want to try and win high bet, I guess bet against Marty Supreme on any of them. Take us to the next one, please. We're going to do music, original score. Bring up the contenders. Thank you. I was shocked because this is a huge snub. I didn't even talk about it, but Daniel Lopati didn't get nominated for Marty Supreme. That score was phenomenal. I think one of the best scores this year. It's unique, it's strange, and it works for the film because it's kind of like got this sort of synth 80s vibe to it, but it's set in the 50s. So it was such a unique thing, and I'm shocked it didn't get nominated. But if we're going based on the front runner, it's Sinners. I mean, they won the Golden Globe. They've been winning so many awards for a lot of the music and everything like that. So Ludwig's got it down. I mean, Ludwig won so many Academy Awards for their composition, so I think it's pretty much locked down. Hamnet, though, is my pick. I think that score is so beautiful and just makes you feel so many deep emotions. It hits you like that. Frankenstein's Alexander Desplat is amazing. I really did like that score, but I think Hamnet was my favorite for that. And Johnny Greenwood's One Battle After Another score is also really strong and unique. But I think the big dark horse that might sneak in there is Begonia with Jeskin. I think this score is so strange and obtrusive and just really hits you in a strange way. I feel like people are like hit or miss with Yorgos' films. So this might sneak in there because they might be like, ooh, the score was very unique and interesting. And like all the other ones are great, but they feel very they feel like they belong in this category. Begonia feels unique and different, and I think maybe some people might look at that and just say, "Ooh, okay." So Academy pick is Sinners. My pick is Hamnet, and the dark horse would be Begonia. But let's keep going, and since we're talking about music, let's move into music original song. Now, I know people are like, well, why did Wicked not get nominated? Bring up the contenders, thank you. Why did Wicked not get nominated? Well, because they're not original songs. They are adapted songs from a musical. So they don't count as original songs based on the rules of the Academy. And, I mean, hands down, the winner is Golden. I mean, that song is going to win. K-Pop Demon Hunters, if anything, they're going to take the gold for that. Because that song was everywhere. That song was in everyone's mind. And it's a great song. I do like I Lied to You. I mean, that is pinnacle to Sinners. It's a great, great song that is really capturing the sense of the characters and what they're dealing with and what they're going through. But it just has no way that it's going to be Golden. And everything else, Sweet Dreams of Joy, I don't know anything about that. Dear Me by Diana Warren. I mean, God, she just keeps getting nominated and she's never going to win. I just don't know how. And Train Dreams is great. It's good, but it's just like against the top contender, Golden, it has no chance. So my pick would be Golden. I love that song. It's crazy. Like, I like Lied to You, but I cannot deny that I would put on Golden and I just listen to it over and over again. Academy pick would be Golden. My pick is Golden, and sneak win, I Lied to You. That's about it. I don't think any of the other ones have a chance. It's between those two, and it's just pretty much Golden lockdown. But yeah, anyways, to the next one we go, guys. All right, so we are going to do all the short films. This is the category that no one usually cares about. No one actually watches any of these. I have seen some of them. I'm probably going to watch the rest of them when they do like the whole shorts thing before the Oscars, and that's the only way I'm ever going to watch most of these. But so right away, I'm just going to say, because I don't want to be dismissive or anything like that, no one really is going to care about this, and so good luck to any of the short films for live action, documentary, animation. If you win, you win. I'm not trying to be complacent or anything. It's just like, to talk about them, they made it to the top. That's all you need to know. They did well enough that they got recognized by the Academy, and they're all nominated, and they all have a chance to win. So that's really good. That's, I think, award-winning enough as it is. Let us continue to the next categories. But yeah, so sorry to disappoint. All right, back. We're now going to talk about documentary feature. Bring up the contenders. Thank you. I mean, this is a hard category. I mean, every single one of these is dealing with tough subject matter, and based on what I'm hearing from some people in the Academy, The Perfect Neighbor, which is a great movie, is kind of the front runner, which is great. It's just deserving of it. Alabama Solution is horrible. It's a painful film to watch. It's very important. Come See Me in the Good Night is also very tough to watch. Cutting Through the Rocks, like, these are very tough films to watch. Mr. Nobody Against Putin is a very serious film, but I do love like the use of some comedy to balance out all the serious nature of it. If I was to pick, I would pick The Alabama Solution. It's very important. It's rough to watch. It's timely. And if I was to pick a dark horse, it'd be Cutting Through the Rocks. I think there's a lot of people on that one too, from what I'm hearing. But the top contender is The Perfect Neighbor. It had so much buzz when it first came out. It's a strong story. It's very relevant to what we're dealing with in America right now, with the situations where you don't know what's going to happen next to the people that you're talking to. They might change on you. It's interesting. But yeah, so the next one I wanted to talk about is the newest category, and it's an interesting one, and it was deserving of it. But casting, bring up the contenders. Thank you. I mean, this was a long time coming because a lot of people talk about that casting is so important in the film, and every one of these ones here are deserving of the nomination. But based on what I'm hearing, based on what people are saying, Sinners is going to pull out the win. A lot of people talk about the casting of that movie, which is phenomenal. It is one of the best casted films. And I really think that it is deserving of the award. Now, Dark Horse pick is really tough to pick because Secret Agent is great. Secret Agent has a lot of newcomers, a lot of people that aren't actors. I mean, Wagner Moura is a great pick as the lead. You got One Bell After Another with Sean Penn, Chase Infinity, Tiana, Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, so many others. Like, you're not just looking at the main stars, you're looking at all the side characters, all the little people that show up. Marty Supreme is also a great use of casting. You have famous singers, famous models, famous business people. So, like, that's an interesting one, too. And Hamnet is great. I mean, you bring out Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal and Jacob Jupe. I mean, like, this is also a strong one. So, like, Sinners is amazing. I think it is deserving of every award it gets. But if I had to pick one that made me really just, like, fall apart, I would pick Hamnet. I mean, Jacob Jupe is one of the most interesting pickups for a film ever. He literally solidifies that film and makes you care and cry at every point. And yeah, that would be my pick. If I wasn't picking anything but Sinners, it would be Hamnet. And Sinners is the Academy pick. My pick is Hamnet. And the Dark Horse, I feel, is One Battle After Another. I think that one is going to pick out a win if it's going to pick out a win. And casting might be that win. So yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, so we're now talking about cinematography. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to the top prizes, the big wins. And yeah, pull up the nominees. Thank you. And if I had to pick amazing cinematography, it would be One Battle After Another. And I think, based on what the Academy is saying, it is One Battle After Another. I think this one has it locked down, and it's deserving of it. The look of that film, with the multiple uses of different cameras and the way those horizons look, the tight spaces of the houses, the tight spaces of the streets, everything about it was shot incredibly well. It's definitely deserving of the win. Now, if I was to pick a dark horse, it would be Sinners. I think this one has a high chance of sneaking in there if One Battle After Another didn't have such a lot of buzz around it. Train Dreams is beautiful. It's honestly one of the best looking films. I just don't think out of this contenders it's going to get the win. If it does win, wow, congrats to them, because this is like by far the most beautiful looking film. And yeah, it's definitely deserving of any sort of accolades to it. Marty Supreme is great. I really do love the camera work in that. There's so much great movement with it. It's just like very kinetic and energized. I mean, those ping pong scenes are amazing. Frankenstein is great too. This feels more like a classically shot film, which works for the setting and the time period. So if I was to pick the Academy pick, it's going to be One Battle After Another. If it was the dark horse, it's Sinners. And if it is my pick, it would be Train Dreams. Train Dreams is beautiful. It's very ethereal with the way it uses its camera to capture nature and everything like that. I am shocked that Hamnet didn't get nominated. Hamnet has a lot of beautiful cinematography. I think that's another snub. But this year, it's hard to pick. There's a hard, like, this is one of those years where it feels like they should start expanding the categories and giving them more chances to get people in there. All right, we go to the next one. So, animated feature. This one I kind of like skipped over because I mean, bring up the contenders. The obvious winner is K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, that movie has been destroying all like the awards for animated stuff. I mean, it's dominating it. And you know what? Good for it. It's a great film. Zootopia 2, it was a fun film. Funny that I got nominated. I mean, it's the Disney nomination, and then you also have the Pixar nomination of Elio, which was not great. It was good, but it does not need to be nominated for animated feature. Arco is beautiful. It feels like a Ghibli film with its sensibilities, its colors, its art style. It's a great film. And Little Emile, or The Character of Rain, this one's also another beautiful film. I finally got to see a bit of it. I got a little screener of it, and it's gorgeous. But hands down, it's K-pop Demon Hunters. Arco is deserving of a win, so I think that's the dark horse that would sneak in there. But if I was to pick, I would pick Arco. That had such an emotional, like, it made me cry a little bit. There's some very strong emotional points in it, and I think it just, what it does for animation with the way that it keeps classical style animation in the conversation is very important, especially if you look at the top three. I mean, they're all CG, they're all, computer generated. We still need to keep that 2D style out there. Even if they use CG in it to touch up things, you still need that whole sense of it. But yeah, those are my picks. That's the pick of the Academy. Go to the next one. All right, so we're now going to do the acting roles. I mean, we're getting close. We're getting close to the end. All right, so we will do both the supporting roles kind of together, and then we will do the acting roles together. So, actress in a supporting role. Bring up the contenders. Thank you. I mean, it's great. This is a good pick. Amy Madigan getting nominated is wonderful. I love her in Weapons. If Weapons can get some sort of Oscar recognition, I'm glad it's for her performance. I mean, that performance solidifies it. Wunmi Musaku, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, for Sinners, definitely deserved the nomination. I'm so glad she got nominated. She is incredible. I remember seeing her for the first time in Lovecraft County, and she really made that show great. Elle Fanning is amazing in Sentimental Value. Igna Ilias for Sentimental Value is also great. Tiana Taylor for One Bell After Another. She's great in it. I honestly feel Regina King should have took that actress in a supporting role slot, but it's a big category, and that's a big ensemble film, so there's so many people that could be nominated for the supporting. Now, based on what people are saying, it's gonna go to Tiana. I mean, she's great in it. My pick would be Wunmi. I think she's phenomenal in Sinners. She really captures that movie so well and gives it such an emotional heartbeat. And now, dark horse, Amy. I really do like Elle and Igna, but I think Amy is kind of the one that might sneak in there, might pull out a win, because she's just so she's so integral to that film, and she's amazing in it. All right, let's go on to actor in a supporting role. Bring up the contenders. Okay. I mean, the big one that I'm super happy about, Delroy Lindo getting nominated. He is incredible. He solidifies that film as a supporting cast, because his little monologue that he created is incredible. Jacob Elordi, phenomenal. This is the category that's really hard to pick for the Academy pick, because there's so much buzz about everyone. I mean, Stellan Skarsgård won for the Golden Globe. Jacob Elordi won for AFTA. I mean, Delroy making a pick. You got Benicio del Toro. You got Sean Penn. I mean, if it was my pick, it'd be Delroy. I think he's phenomenal. Dark horse, I guess, could be Jacob Elordi, but again, it could go to any of them, and all of them are deserving of the award. So I'm very happy for whoever wins. Just put my pick, I guess. It would be Delroy, and then the Academy, question mark. It could be any of them. But yeah, this is a tough category for them to sort of eke out a win, because everyone that I talk to that is a voting member, they have so many different picks. I know one of my friends is doing Delroy, another friend is doing Jacob Elordi, one friend's doing Sean Penn. So it's out there. It's a toss up. But yeah, let's continue to the next one. All right, actress in a leading role. Bring up the contenders. All right. Yeah, it's hands down. The Academy is saying Jessie Buckley. I mean, she's deserving of it. She's incredible. She really holds that film together. She is the bedrock of that film. And she's just been dominating the awards. It seems already predetermined. Rose Byrne, definitely deserving of credit. I'm so glad she got her Golden Globe. Kate Hudson, she is a great actor. I really wish she got nominated for a better performance. This is a good performance, just not her best. Renata for Sentimental Value, she's phenomenal. When I first saw her in The Worst Person in the World, she just floored me. She really captured that character. And in this, she does it again. She just really explores and divulges into the deepest, darkest parts of this person. It's really great. And Emma Stone's phenomenal in Begonia. I mean, the fact that she can play this character that's also a character that doesn't remember who they really are, but then remembers, but then also plays it close to the vest. So my pick would be Renata. I think Dark Horse would be Rose Byrne. I feel like this year might be one of those cases where it's like Lily Gladstone was winning everything. And then when it came to the Oscars, Emma Stone pulled out a win. She just took it. It's crazy. And I feel like this is the same thing that's happening with Jessie Buckley, because she's great. She's amazing. And then like that Dark Horse, that Rose Byrne performance might sneak in there. Because I mean, Rose Byrne's been around for a long time. She's done a lot of great things. And I feel like a lot of people are going to look at that and maybe recognize it. But yeah, let's continue. Actor in a leading role. Bring up the contenders. Thank you. I mean, this is the top one. This is the biggest cage fight I've seen all year, between the fans, between people talking about it. Is Michael B. Jordan going to pull out the win, or is it going to be Timothée Chalamet? And honestly, since Sinners was my number one and Marty Supreme was my number two of last year, I'm eating on the high. If Timothy wins, great. He's deserving of it. He's missed out on so many awards that he deserved, and this is a great performance by him. It's the way that this character is so slimy, but you also root for him, and that is in the performance, the way that Chalamet gets you there. And then Michael B. Jordan, I mean, the fact that he plays three different characters, he plays twins, and then he plays a twin that has transformed, and it has a different personality in a way, I think is great. I really do think this was one of the best performances of the year. Wagner for The Secret Agent, also incredible. He is deserving of it. He's phenomenal in it. And I'm so glad that he got recognized for the Golden Globe, which was crazy because he beat out Michael B. Jordan. So that's why I'm like saying this is a really interesting year. Like Sinners has been dominating the awards. Like if you look at the awards Sinners has been winning, Sinners has been plowing through it. Ethan Hawke, his performance is great. I really wish he was nominated for a better performance. Like this is a great performance, just not his best. And Leonardo DiCaprio, I mean, I really don't feel like he's the leading role. I feel like he is a supporting role. But I mean, you got to give it to someone, I guess, and I guess he's the lead. But I don't think he's gonna pull out a win on this. I think the contest is too hot right now for him to pull out a win. And based on what a lot of people are telling me that are voting, it's Michael B. Jordan, which is deserving of it. My pick would also be Michael B. Jordan. And the Dark Horse, I actually am going to cheat. It's two. It's either Timothée Chalamet or Wagner. I think Wagner is the higher chance of being the Dark Horse pick. But he has a lot of motion. He's done so much. He's been working on movies, television series. I think this might be his year to be recognized. Still, my pick is Michael B. Jordan. and it's the Academy pick, and it is it's the one the beat. So let's go to the next category. All right, we made it to international film. Pull up the contenders. I mean, this is a great year. It's phenomenal, the nominees, but the pick is going to The Secret Agent. I really feel like that has it locked down. It's already won a bunch of awards. It's getting recognized everywhere. It's deserving of it. It's a phenomenal film. I'm a little sad because It Was Just an Accident was one of my favorite films last year, and it's great. It's incredibly written. Jafar is a phenomenal writer and director, and I don't think it has a chance of winning. It might. I shouldn't say I don't think it has a chance. It might, because of all the unrest that's going on in Iran right now. That might get people's attention onto it. I know that he's been doing a ton of press. So you have Sentimental Value, which is great. It's a beautiful film. Surat, which thankfully it got nominated, is a very, very sneaky film. Like, man, I was watching this film and I thought it was going to be one way, and then it changed its course. It's incredible. And then The Voice of Hind Rajab. It's a very solid film. It's not trying to do anything crazy. It is just trying to tell the real story using the real voice of this little girl, and it's heartbreaking. It's incredible, and it really hits you in the guts. And yeah, Academy pick is The Secret Agent. Dark Horse is It Was Just an Accident. And my pick, if I was to pick, I would pick It Was Just an Accident. I think it's an incredible film. But yeah, that's it. Let's keep going. Next one, guys. All right. Directing. The mano a mano fight to the death. Here we go. Pull up the contenders. I mean, whoo, baby. This is a tough year. I mean, this is a really hard one, but based on what I'm hearing from a lot of people, based on a lot of the awards that we're seeing, Sinners is going to pull out the win. I know. One Bell After Another pulled out that win. Hamnet pulled out that win for the Golden Globes, and we've seen them at other things. But rumblings in the industry, they're saying it's Coogler's time. It's Coogler's time to win, and deserving so. I mean, his directing is amazing. Fruitvale Station, Creed, this, Black Panther. Like, he is an incredible director that definitely finally needs to be recognized. And if he can win it for Sinners, which is one of his best films, I would be so happy. And yeah, that's my pick too. Hamnet has a high chance. One Bell After Another, high chance. I mean, they pulled out some nice sneak wins at the Golden Globes. Marty Supreme. I mean, if Josh Safdie won for Marty Supreme, I'd be happy. And Sentimental Value too. Like, this is a great year for directors. Every one of them is deserving of the award. If there's a dark horse, I don't think there is. I think any of them winning is plausible. It's deserving so. But yeah, so my pick and the Academy pick is Sinners. And if you want to pick any others, I think you have a high chance of winning. But yeah. All right, let's go to the big one. All right, Best Picture. We made it. We got to the pinnacle, the top of it all. Bring out the contenders. Thank you. Now, there's so many great nominees. It's really hard to pick. F1 is funny that they put that in there. That one's like kind of like the slot that's like, we'll give it to one of the other films. It would have either been Weapons or F1. So they gave it to F1. I mean, Top Gun Maverick. I feel like Joseph Kosinski definitely is deserving of that. Jerry Bruckheimer. I mean, they really made a great film. I wasn't partial to it, but I can appreciate where it came from. But I don't think this is going to be a year where a foreign film pulls out the Best Picture. I don't think The Secret Agent and Sentimental Value has the guts. It is a top contender between One Battle After Another and Sinners. I love Train Dreams. Hamnet is amazing. Frankenstein is great. Begonia, Marty Supreme. They're top tier films. But against the top of One Battle After Another and Sinners, yeah, I think it's going to be a blood match between those two. And I don't want to say this. I don't want to jinx it. My pick would be Sinners, but I think the Academy is going to pick One Battle After Another. I really feel like they're going to give that film the top credentials. You never know. This could be a weird year where it's a mixture. All the picks are random. You never know who's going to be coming out top. But my pick is Sinners. I think Academy is One Battle After Another. And any of the others pulling out a win would be crazy. Because any of them, I think, have a chance of pulling out that win. But yeah, so we made it. We got to the top. Thanks for everyone that followed me. Hopefully you agree with some of my sentiments. And yeah, I'll see you for the Oscars. Bye, guys.